Hi dear, what if I told you that you can get more exclusive and more exciting content? You can become a hokage in a hidden village of lonely kunoichi. For that, you just need to go to my boosty. The link will be in the description.
Konoha no Sato, the village right now in 1 month until Chunin exam. Naruto right now is training with Jiraiya of the Sannin aka Pervy Sage. After he was dumped to Ebisu by Kakashi, this pervert guy taken over his training, and to be honest, this is just like self-training. If he knew it was like this, he would rather train by himself. 1 week's passed and all he did was summon a tadpole, and he doubt even if he can summon a big toad like the pervert, it won't help him in the final at all. Right now, the pervert losing his patience and trying a different and more forceful method. Little does Naruto and the pervert know, this decision will change Naruto's life forever. Jiraiya threw him down in the ground after carrying him, then he said, "Get up, kid." Where am I?" asked Naruto. "Kid, your training ends today. If you value your life, you've got to figure things out for yourself. Okay?" said Jiraiya. "Huh?" Confused Naruto, then suddenly Jiraiya flicked his forehead, sending him sailing right at the cliff. Naruto screamed, then dropping down fast. Naruto trying to grab the wall of the cliff, but it was slippery and he falling too fast to grab hold. Naruto then though, so this is it? Killed by my own teacher. Life truly twisted. As he closed his eye. Then when he opens his eye, he then standing in front of a wasteland. Naruto then said, So, this is the afterlife, huh? Not exactly, young man, said a man in a wheelchair appearing suddenly, making Naruto surprise. "Who are you? Are you here to take me to hell?" asked Naruto, alert. "I assure you, Naruto Uzumaki, I'm not the god of death," said the man, smiling. "Wait, how do you know my name? And if you're not, then who are you? What is this place?" asked Naruto, looking around. "Don't worry, young Naruto. I'll explain to you, so calm down. First off, my name is Steven and I'm just a scientist, that's all. And this place is a realm of subconsciousness of humankind," said Steven. Subconsciousness?" asked Naruto. "It means the collective, though, of every human create this place. Like anger, hungry, sleepy, jealousy," said Steven. "Ho!" said Naruto, still not understanding. "In time you will understand. Now, I assume you want to know, why are you here, am I right?" asked Steven. "Yeah, that's right. 1 moment. I'm falling to my death, then suddenly I'm here," said Naruto. "It's because I wish to discuss with you about something," said Steven. Naruto then looks at him, then he shrugged, then sit down. Steven smiled and said, "You see, it truly is, you have land down to the bottom of the cliff you fall. Your body had broken many places, and thus your soul was about to go to the afterlife. So, the fox didn't help me, huh?" asked Naruto, looking down. "I don't think in your situation even he can help at all. You instantly died when you touched the ground," said Steven. "Then why are you bringing me here?" asked Naruto, looking at Steven. "It is because the afterlife is in chaos right now," said Steven, showing him the image. Demons and angels fighting a war, making the human caught in the crossfire. Naruto see that shock and said, "What are they doing? Can they see they are harming the human there?" This war was start because of their opposite idea. The angels want a world with absolute obedience, while the demons want the world that the strong can shape however they wish, said Steven. Naruto just looks down and Steven said, "What about you, young Naruto? What kind of world do you want? The laws or the chaos?" Naruto just sit down, not knowing the answer. Steven then said, "I see. Maybe it was too soon for you to answer this question. For now, I'll give you a present for your journey there." Naruto looks at the man, then Steven said, "Please bring up your left arm." Naruto then brings his left arm up, then Steven put on a gauntlet on him. Naruto then said, "What is this?" "A gift for you to survive there and finding the answer you looking for," said Steven. "Ha?" said Naruto, then check the gauntlet. The gauntlet then appear out the world. "Please tough the screen." Naruto then touched the screen. The screen appeared the word engaged and booted up. Then a voice said, "Hello? You must be my new master." "Eh?" said Naruto, surprises. "Don't be alarmed. This is Burrow. Someone to assist you in the future, said Steven. Like Professor said, I'll be looking forward working with you, Master Naruto, said Burrow. Okay. I'm counting on you in the future, Burrow, said Naruto. Now then, I believe it's time, said Steven as Naruto slowly disappeared. Wait, I still have many more questions, said Naruto. Hurry. Don't worry, we will meet again, said Steven as Naruto disappeared. He then said, good luck, young Naruto. Naruto then appeared at the school ground. Then Naruto looks around and said, what is this place? You must be a newcomer. Welcome to the SSS battlefield, said a dark pink hair girl holding a snipe. Naruto looks at her and she said, sorry if it's a bit so sudden, but can you join us? Hear the thing, you're already dead. And this is the afterlife. If you stay here for too long, you'll be living bait for demons and angels, said the girl as she took aim. Kurama as he jumps in to punch and kick Shikaku. The sand side couldn't help but felt sorry for Shikaku for becoming a punching bag. Naruto then said, all right Kurama, that's enough. I still need him to forfeit after all. Haze, fine, I want to go to sleep anyway, said Kurama. He then grabbed Shikaku's head and said, now here's the thing. You can either go back to the cage nicely or he'll completely erase you, and trust me, he can. Kurama at the last part thumbing at Naruto. How? We are immortal. If he erased me, I'll just reincarnate a few years later, said Shikaku. Immortal? They are foolish word from people that want to escape dead. Here, lets me show you, said Naruto as he uses Mamuto, making Shikaku's body start to degenerate from the arm up. Shikaku then said quickly, wait. Okay. I'll go back, just stop. So glad we're doing business. Now then get lost, said Naruto, motion his hand. Shikaku then shrink as he returns to Gaara body. Gaara seeing Naruto, he scrambles back in fear. Naruto then said, look, I don't know where that crap about killing you is from, but you will only cause more people to resent you with this. It's because I was born as a monster, said Gaara. Huh? What do you mean by that? Asked Naruto. Gaara then tell him about his life. After that, Naruto looks at the sand and said, that's just evil. Transferring the Shikaku into a newborn baby. I wonder, should I just sick Kurama here to your village and let's see how it feel? Naruto thumbed to Kurama, who was grinning at the last part. The Sand start to get scared at the though of the Kyuubi marching to their village and tear it down, and they don't have any seal master skilled enough to seal Kyuubi. Naruto turns to Gaara and said, anyway, that aside, you'll only be alone if you do that, so how about try to live instead of killing while mother that. I'm sure you'll be able to find someone. I don't have anyone at all. They all are afraid of me, said Gaara. Oh really? Then if I beheaded you right now, then no one will miss you, right? Asked Naruto, drawing out his sword. Wait, said Temari as she sends a large gust of wind stopping Naruto as she and Kankuro stand between Gaara and Naruto. If you want him, you have to go through us, said Temari. You do realize I could easily go through with you, right? Asked Naruto, thumbs at Kyuubi. Temari and Kankuro look scared, but they still stand on their ground. Naruto then said, see, you have someone after all. Your sibling willing to risk their life for you. Of course we are. Even though we're scared of him, he's still our brother, said Temari. That's right, said Kankuro. Then make sure to take care of him better. All alone with a psychopath demon is not a healthy life at all, said Naruto as he then calls off Kurama as he disappeared. Temari and Kankuro sighed in relief at that, and Naruto said, Genma-san, you can call the match now. Genma snapped out of stupor and said, right, the winner is Naruto Uzumaki. Done. The first demon Naruto summoned. Next is, maybe I should let Naruto versus Orochimaru, so should I or not? Please give me answer via PM or review. Dead silence after that as many looks at Naruto fearfully. Naruto walks up to the stand as Shikamaru said, can you stop being so troublesome, blonde? Can you imagine me not troublesome? Asked Naruto amusingly. Still, Kyuubi, huh? You can even command Konoha Bane itself, said Shikamaru. I guess it's just my charisma after all. said Naruto smirking. But that doesn't change my next question. How did you manage to remove Kyuubi from inside you without dying? Asked Shikamaru. I myself curious too, said Shino joins in. I should have expected you two could pick it up. But about the how part, that will be spoilered, said Naruto putting his finger on his lip. Haze, the villagers and ninja will be extremely wary of you after this, said Shikamaru. Let them. They never let me alone, so this should get them off my back, said Naruto. At the stand, Kurenai said, I admit this is quite a shock. Indeed, to think Naruto even able to make the Kyuubi obey him like that, said Asuma. That just prove he's a demon, said Sakura. Oh. Then how about tell me that in front of my face instead? Asked Naruto from behind, making Sakura shriek in fright. Naruto baka, you dare, said Sakura angry. I dare what? Startle you? What do you think I'll become your love puppy forever? I'm here to sever that for good, said Naruto. Oh. And how are you going to do that, Baka? Asked Sakura daring. Naruto then moved fast and punched her, sending her to hit the railing. Naruto then said, Ah, that's feel good. What are you doing, Naruto? Asked Kakashi. Sever the connection, of course. If she didn't get the hint, then I might have to have some extreme method, said Naruto darkly at the last part. Ha, take that, Kakashi. It's your fault that this happened, said Anko laughing. Naruto apology to Sakura now or what? Asked Naruto challenging Kakashi. Yeah, Kakashi. What are gonna do if he refused? Asked Anko smirking. Truth is, he had no idea. He can't threaten Naruto to exile because that was his wish in the first place. If he tried force, then it might bring bad image to Konoha, and not to mention Naruto might summon Kyuubi again to raise Konoha to the ground. Kakashi just settled by walking away and taking sobbing Sakura to the infirmary. Naruto then walks to Lee and said, So Lee, how is your feeling? I'm fine, but that was harsh there, Naruto-kun, said Lee. She had it coming. So how long are you going to heal? Asked Naruto. Well, said Lee looks down. What's wrong, Gai-san? Asked Naruto. The truth is Lee no longer be able to be a shinobi again, said Gai looks hurt. Why? Can the medic just patch him up? Asked Naruto. Well, said Gai as he explained about what the doctor told him. Naruto then said, Is the medic being that incompetent? They can't heal this injury. They said this is out of their league, so there's nothing they can do. Only Tsunade-sama able to heal him, said Gai. Haze, salvation, said Naruto as Lee then glows a wild light. Lee looked surprised at that and Naruto said, Go ahead, try to move Lee. Lee nodded as he moves his left leg and to his shock, it not hurt anymore. He then tries to move both his arm and leg, then he said, I'm healed, and shout out at the last part. Gai turns to Naruto and said, just what did you do? I can heal other as long they are not a corpse, said Naruto simply. Haha, thank you Naruto-kun. Thank you for helping him, said Gai crying. No need for that, Gai-san. Lee is a hard worker, so it's a waste that all of that hard work come to waste, said Naruto. Then he continues, but remember this, Gai-san, want to prove yourself is good, but knowing the limit is also good as well. Don't let him to go beyond his limit, because it's not the end of the world if you lose a match. You lose the match, you can try again after training. It's not worth it to lose your life or your future over a match. The past is not important, Gai-san, because it just passed. The only thing you should focus on is the future. That's go for the both of you, Gai-san. I understand, Naruto-kun. But will Lee be alright? Asked Gai. You saw right? Lee bouncing up and down as he looks good as new. But let him rest for today, then you can let him training tomorrow, said Naruto. Okay, I understand, said Gai. Lee then dashes to Naruto and said, Thank you, Naruto-kun. You actually restore my dream. To repay you, I'll train harder to match your flame of youth, said Lee. No, Lee. You will rest for today. Today you'll only resting, only tomorrow you can train, said Gai. Yes, Gai-sensei, said Lee. You should listen to him and get some rest, Lee. Now if you excuse me, I have another match to finish, said Naruto as he walks off. Good luck, Naruto-kun, said Lee, giving him a thumb up. I don't think he even need it at all, said Asuma, sweat drop. At the booth, I then said, never though I was able to see someone to have absolute command over the Kyuubi like that. Neither am I. How did he do that, Hokage? Asked Inoki. To be honest, I'm just as confused as all of you. All of this is new to me as well, said Hiruzen. Well, I'm truly glad that I'm able to witness this match, said Mei. Indeed, said Kazekage as he, though damn it, with Gaara out of the picture, and with the brat able to summon the Kyuubi, the invasion is as good as failed, as he signals to cancelled. But still that mean the next match will be boring, said What do you mean, Raikage Dano? Asked Mei. You saw what he can do, and the only examiners are the Aburame and the Suna girl, and none of them are as close to Shikaku level at all. That Naruto brat is as good as win the exam, said I have to agree, said Inoki. At the field, Genma then said, all right, the next pair please come down. I wish to forfeit, said Shino as he continues, even if I manage to win, I still have to face Naruto and my chance to win against him are 0. I wish to forfeit too, since if he can defeat my brother, I don't think I can survive against him at all, said Tamari. Oh, great, so that mean the final is over? Asked Genma deadpanned. Wait, said Naruto as he jumps down. Genma and said, Huh kid, what are you doing here? There's no one wanna fight you at all. No, there's one more person. Isn't that right? Asked Naruto as he looks at the Kazekage and said, Orochimaru. The Kages and the guards heard that as they prepare themselves. Orochimaru just laughed as he rips off the mask and said, Impressive, Naruto-kun. Tell me, how did you know? Your obsession with the duck, but up there is a big giveaway already, said Naruto, points at Sasuke at the stand. I see. But now you know, what are you going to do? Asked Orochimaru while the Kages and the guards keep their guard. I know that you want to meet up with me already. So how about this? We settle this in a match, how is that sound? Asked Naruto, amusingly shocking other. Naruto, this is no normal ninja. He's Orochimaru, one of my student and the greatest traitor blah 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 I know. But I'm not a normal genin either, said Naruto, cut off Hiruzen. Cuckoo, he's right, sensei. Anyone who can make the Kyuubi absolute obedience is no ordinary ninja at all. Or human, since you'll resign after this, right? Asked Orochimaru. Your point? Asked Naruto. How about join me? Asked Orochimaru, shocking Konoha. He then said, You hate Konoha as much as I do. How about join me so we can crush it together? That's a tempting offer, said Naruto, making the Konoha resident panic. If Naruto joins with Orochimaru, they're done for. But Naruto said, but I refused. Not to protect this hellhole, but to stay away from you. I know what kind of person you are, Orochimaru. You only interest in someone that benefit you. After that you throw them always like old broken toy. Hiruzen and Jiraiya sighed in relief at that as Orochimaru said, I see. Such a shame. Then what is this match? Well, consider this is an exam. After all, if you manage to entertain me, I won't pursue you with Konoha. But if you don't, then you'll die at my hand, said Naruto, releasing his ki at the last part, making everyone shiver at the malice. I see. I also wish to test you anyway, so why not? But first, said Orochimaru as he jumps down with his guard. But before the Hokage could jump in, Naruto blows Gamma out of the field, then Orochimaru sound for build up the Shishinjin, blocking anyone to enter. Damn it, we're too late, said the ANBU captain. Jiraiya, can you break this down? Said Hiruzen. I can, but it takes time, sensei, said Jiraiya. Then hurry up. Naruto-kun, please be safe, said Hiruzen. Naruto looks around and said, I see a barrier, huh? That's right, Naruto-kun. This barrier will prevent other to go inside. Now, this will be between you and me, said Orochimaru, licking his lip. Ugh, that's disgusting, said Naruto. What's the plan then, master? Asked Burrow. Prepare Suzaku, King Frost, Principality and Alice. Said Naruto. Understood, master. But isn't Alice a bit overkill? Asked Burrow. I want to troll him a little. Said Naruto. Understood, master. Said Burrow. Orochimaru then throw away the Kage's robe, revealing the sound battle uniform. He then said, Kukuku, shall we begin? As Orochimaru starts to flare up his chakra. Everyone starts to watch silently. Orochimaru then making some hand signs and said, well then, first off, how about a reunion? As coffins rose up, Hiruzen said, oh no, Naruto, stop him. Do not let him finish that jutsu. Naruto just raises his eyebrow at that as 4 coffins rose up. The 4 coffin opens up, revealing the people that shocked the audience. No way, they are, said the Umbu captain. The first Hokage, second Hokage, fourth Hokage, and his wife Kushina Uzumaki. Said Hiruzen. That bastard, said Jiraiya enraged. Reanimation? That stripling over there must be the one who summons us, said Tobirama. Does that mean we have to fight this young boy in front of us? Said Hashirama. The fourth said a word shocking Konoha Sochi. That's right, Minato. I'm summoned the first, second, you and your wife to kill your son, said Orochimaru. Bastard, said Kushina. At the stand, Anko then said, so let me get this straight, you not only throw a gem away, but also the son of your sensei as well? Are you a bloody moron, Kakashi? I didn't know, said Kakashi. Starts to regret it. Naruto is the 4th Hokage's son? Then why is he seals the Kyuubi into Naruto? Asked Ino. Troublesome. Try to be in his position, Ino. Do you think the 4th can ask someone else to give up their child? If he can't trust his own child, then who can he trust? Asked Shikamaru. Haze, you truly screw up big time, Kakashi, said Asuma. And the entire village too, said Kurenai. Tish, this can't be real, this can't be real. Sakura just kept on chanting that while Sasuke just clenched his fist in anger for once again. The dope takes the spotlight. Inside the barrier, Naruto then said, so you're my father, huh? That's funny because the villagers keep telling me that my father is just a loser while my mother is a whore when I was small, said Naruto, making Hiruzen looks at the civilian in the stand with Ki. What? Said Kushina in low voice, but the one known her knew better. She is angry, and if not for Orochimaru, she would have gone on a warpath. Orochimaru then said, okay, I believe reunion is enough. Kill him. Orochimaru making hand signs commanding Minato to prepare his kunai, and Kushina charges at him. Naruto just draw his sword and uses Onikagura, hitting Kushina, blasting her entire body away, leaving her only the arms, legs and head as they start to regenerate. Naruto then said, I see. Undead, huh? That mean I have to either send the soul back or take down the user, as he looking at Orochimaru. Minato then uses Kunai Bushin multiple, his signature kunai cover the entire field. Minato then said, Naruto, run. If you are in my range, you'll be killed. Naruto just sighed and said, do you think so little of me, Matsuyoga? As multiple lightning strikes down the field, destroying all the kunai. Naruto then said, also, you're not the only one who have backup, Orochimaru. Come, King Frost. A giant snow-like thing appear and said, Hiho, Master Naruto. What is your order? Send this place colder than the land of snow, said Naruto. Hiho, understood. King Bufula, said King Frost as the air start to get colder and making the field freeze. Hashirama then said, I see. Quite a smart move there. He intends to lock Tobirama control over water element. But young man, that is not enough to stop us. As Hashirama starts to channel hand size as he said, Hijitsu, Jukeikoten. Tree then starts to grow fast despite the cold air. Hiruzen then said, Naruto. The first jutsu has a very strong life force, so ice can't stop them from growing at all. Then I just have to burn them down then, said Naruto as the tree starts to bind Naruto. At the corner, Naruto said, come forth, Suzaku. Orochimaru thinks he won, then suddenly fire burst out from inside the forest, and in an instant, the forest was reduced to ash. A bird made of fire fly up and cry out. Hiruzen looks shocked and said, that's the... I'll be damned. To think I was able to see the legendary divine immortal bird Suzaku this close, said Hashirama. Suzaku, flame breath, said Naruto as the bird cry out loudly and unleash a torrent of flame to Hashirama. Tobirama tried to block the fire with his jutsu, but King Frost interrupted him with lunge and push him away and use Bufula froze him. King Frost said, "He your opponent is me ho. Keep me busy please," said Tobirama. Hashirama tried to use water jutsu, but Suzaku flame is stronger, thus the water was burned away and hit Hashirama point blank. Hashirama then start to regenerate as well, making Naruto see that annoy. Okay, this starting to get annoy now. Naruto then uses Sakuga to match Minato speed as he fighting with his parent. Sochi, you need to either seal us or take care of Orochimaru, said Minato. What in the world are you doing, Jiraiya? Can you hurry up and breaking the barrier so you can assist him? Asked Kushina, glaring at Jiraiya. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best, said Jiraiya. Why did you ask him to support me? He was the one who pushed me off cliff when we trained, said Naruto. He did what? Shout out both Minato and Kushina. Jiraiya was just cowering in fear. Besides, it's not like I need any help. I could just finish you anytime, said Naruto. Naruto, we are Edo Tensei. We can't die, said Minato as Naruto dodged a hit from Minato and hit Kushina with the handler of his sword. He jumps back and said, "You're undead, that doesn't mean you're immortal as well," said Naruto. Then he said, "Come out, Principality." An angel wearing a crown appeared and said, "Master Naruto, what do you need of me?" "Send those two away," said Naruto, pointing at the first and the second. "Understood, Mahama," said Principality as many light arrows hit Tobirama and Hashirama. Tobirama then said, "Young man, you need more than that to beat us." "No, I think it's enough," said Hashirama as his body starts dissolved. Hiruzen, Jiraiya, and other in the barrier look shocked at that. Orochimaru tried to stabilize Hashirama, but no avail. Tobirama also start to dissolve, as well as he said, "Wait, how did you able to cancel my jutsu? The weakness is something you don't know. Let's just say undead have both advantage and disadvantage," said Naruto, smirking. "Damn it, why can't I stop the process?" asked Orochimaru, losing his patience. "I'm starting to bore now. How about you guys joined me?" asked Naruto. Looks at the ninja. "We will, as soon as Jiraiya break the barrier," said Hiruzen. "And you never will, old man," said Tayuya, laughing. "You can't even break this?" "Hey, Megiddo," said Naruto as many energy blasts hit the barrier, breaking it. The sound for looks shock at that, as well as Orochimaru. Naruto then snapped them out of their shock by, "Well, aren't you guys going to join in?" Hiruzen snaps out first and said, "All force, charge," as he also summons Enma to go at Orochimaru. Jiraiya goes after Minato while Naruto facing Kushina. Orochimaru then sends signal to the invade force to enter the battlefield. The daimyos were protected by their guard from the ninja. Then a three-head snake emerged at the wall of Konoha. Naruto then said, "Suzaku, take care of that three-head worm." King Frost, "Principality, you done enough, so go back and rest." King Frost and Principality returned. Then Naruto said, "So mother, let's continues where we left off." "Sochi, couldn't you just ask that angel to use his jutsu on us?" asked Kushina. "First of all, it's not jutsu. Second, I don't feel like it because just standing around while watching other in action is too bored," said Naruto, drawing his sword out. Kushina then sent out her chakra chain to Naruto to bind him, only for him to use Mamuto to destroy it. Kushina looks surprised that her son can destroy her clan most famous chain. Naruto then uses War Cry to drop Kushina defense and attack. Kushina feeling herself weaker, then Naruto uses Fatal Sword, striking Kushina down. When she still's generating, Naruto looks around to see Suzaku dealt with the summons, then Naruto calls it back. He looks at the other and said, "You can't even take care of Orochimaru guard?" "We're trying, but the power they use are not human," said the Umbu captain, and true to their word, the guard skin appears some kind of mark or sort. But it's not a problem for Naruto at all. Naruto said, "Dekaja," and the mark reduced and their strength is gone. "Wait, what the fuck?" Why is our cursed seal not working? Said Tayuya. Hiruzen looks at Naruto and wonders were this his doing? But then Orochimaru took advantage of that as he aims to pierce the Hokage with Kusanagi. Naruto uses Sakukaja. Speed up, redirect the sword to a different direction as he said, "Old man, please pay attention to your own battle." "I'm dearly sorry, my boy," said Hiruzen. "Never mind. As I see you're too distracted, how about take care of my mother over there?" said Naruto as he brings out his gun and nail her at the head when she charges at them. "Naruto, this is Orochimaru. It's not a run-in-the-mill genin at all," said Hiruzen. "And the first, second, and the fourth couple is not? I assure you I can handle myself," said Naruto. "Kukuku, you seem to be confident that you can beat me, Naruto-kun, when you have to call reinforcement," said Orochimaru. "Because you bored me, that's why. How about I show you just how outclassed you are?" said Naruto amusingly, and he said, "Come, Alice." Peered out was a little blonde-hair girl. She wears a dark blue dress while her skin is chalk white, but her word stuns the onlooker. "Thanks for summon me, father." "Father," said all as Kushena, who was just woke up, shouted the loudest. I didn't know you already a father, my boy," said Hiruzen as he still's trying to process the info. Meanwhile at the stand, Hinata was crying at that. At the field, Naruto said, "No, that's not it. She is my summon, and since she doesn't have a father before, so she looks up to me as a father figure." "Oh," said Hiruzen, breath out in relief as the new was too much for his heart. But her next word make his heart start up again. "A father? Where is Yuri-Kasan and Kanade-Kasan at? I thought you would be with them by now," asked Alice, looking around. "Sochi? What did she mean by that?" asked Kushina. "Like she said, those two are my girlfriends and my most important persons," said Naruto side as he prepares for the music. Shout out all the one who knew Naruto. Hinata feel like her heart had just shattered from that. "Never mind that. We have a fight, remember?" asked Naruto as the onlookers start to remember as Naruto news make them completely forgot about it. "Father, who can I kill this time?" said Alice with such joyfulness that the ninja couldn't help but shivers. Naruto then point at the sound for and said, "See those people wearing the music note headband? They're your new toy." "Yay!" said Alice as she skips to them. At there, she then said, "Nay, would you guy play with me?" "Huh? Are you mental, little brat? How about I crush your pretty little neck then?" said Jirobo as he charges in as he trying to break Alice. But then something strange and scary happened. When Jirobo get closed, Alice grabs his hand easily as Jirobo can't remove his hand. He tried to suck her power only to be a bad idea as she said, "Heh? So you can take other energy, huh? How about I give it to you?" Alice then sent her energy to Jirobo, then suddenly his body start to have many cracks on his body as he screams out in pain as he breaks down to ash. Alice then said, You break already? So boring." "Jirobo, you little brat," shout Kadamaru as he turns to curse Seal Phase 2 as he shoots his web arrow at Alice, but to his horror, the arrow not only didn't connect but it was sent straight back to him. He narrows dodge but had to leave two of his left arms behind as he not used to the fact that his attack would go straight back to him. Alice clapped her hand cheerfully and said, "Yay! So are we playing Hit the Bug now? I love this game." Then Alice starts to gather a black ball on her hand and said, "Die for me, Mudun." It was so sudden that he was unable to comprehend, let alone to scream, as Kadamaru was hit as he shares the same fate as Jirobo. His body crumbled and blow away by the wind. The remaining two bodyguards start to scare at the little girls. Konoha side is not handling it better as they see a little girl no order than the Genins was able to kill two of Orochimaru bodyguards so cold-blooded and treat this as a game. Just where in the world did that Naruto kid find this little girl? And how did he get her loyalty to the point that the girl calls him father? Alice skipped to her father and said, "Father, they break too easy, it's boring? Can I have a stronger toy?" The other, seeing the little girl whining at such weak toy, couldn't help but shiver as they mumble to never be in the same room alone with that girl. "Sorry about that, Alice. This is all I have after all. How about I treat you something to eat after this?" said Naruto, pet her, making the little girl happy at his warm touch. Okay, father. I guess I'll have to play with the remaining toy then, said Alice as she walks to the remaining sound for humming happily. The other two tried to run, but Alice whisper out, bind voice, as they can't move. The two could only look back as they shriek in fright as the Shinigami pose as a little girl are walking toward them and is about to rip their life. Naruto turns to Orochimaru and shrugging his shoulders said, Kid, they are so innocent when playing, so what can you do? I don't think innocent is the word to describe her at all, my boy. Hiruzen adding a punchline sweat drop. Meh. So Orochimaru lets us continue. Shall we? Asked Naruto as his eye gleaming. Orochimaru starts to see the disadvantage. That Naruto brat easily can just summon that angel and take down both Minato and Kushina, and not to mention that little girl too. As much as he loathed the brat for toying with him one of the Sannin, but he needs to be alive if he wants to revenge against him. It was then. A rift starts to open up as the feeling of death wash over all in Konoha. Alice stopped her marching and looks at the rift incurious as well as other looking at it. Come out of the rift was something beckoned to a monster. But only Minato recognized the being as he said, "Es Shinigami-sama. What are you doing here?" Everyone looks shocked at that info as they prepare themselves. The Shinigami said, "I'm here to check on something. First is your seal was tampered somehow as the QB is free." Minato and Kushina looks shocked at that as they look at Naruto. The Shinigami continues, "Second is why are you? My servant via contrast is being pulled here without my order, Minato? I'm sorry, Shinigami-sama, but Orochimaru summons me via Edo Tensei," said Minato. Makes Orochimaru recoiled when Shinigami looks at him. Grgh, that wretch's jutsu of the second Hokage again. I have warned him at the first time he uses it already and he not even bother to erase it completely, said Shinigami as Hiruzen looks surprised as he remembers that day when his sensei tell him that he'll help him erase all of the document about this jutsu. Shinigami then looks at Naruto and said, "But my third reason is much more important than the other two. I want to ask, what are you doing here, God Slayer?" Done. Naruto both heritages is revealed and Alice is summoned. What do you think? Please PM or review. Sorry if the chapter a little bit off because I was a little distracted when writing this. Chapter 5. Chapter 5, The End of War and Reunion. At the gate of Konoha, two figures had just arrived. One of them take out a smartphone and said, "There's no mistaking it. He's here." Let's go," said the other. "What are you doing here, God Slayer?" asked Shinigami. Dead silence until, God Slayer?" asked Minato. Looks at Naruto. "You don't know your own son is the God Slayer, Minato?" asked Shinigami. Shinigami-sama, could you tell us the detail about just what do you mean by that?" asked Hiruzen. "Are you that blind? A God Slayer is the highest rank of human. To achieve that title, you have to slay a god," said Shinigami. "Wait, are you saying?" asked Kushina as she slowly looks at Naruto. "That's right, Kushina Uzumaki. Your son had slayed a god and became the youngest God Slayer in history," said Shinigami. Shout out all the onlookers. Niji, who was assisting Hayashi defending the village, said, "I'm truly glad he didn't use full power when fighting me. So that explained all of those strange techniques," said Asuma. "I was prepared to fight a God Slayer before," said Kankuro, shaking in fear. "How are we supposed to know he's a God Slayer?" asked Tamari as she also shaken. "I never feel gladder for backing off the fight," said Shikaku as Gaara nodded. I have only one warning. Stay the hell away from him. A God Slayer is someone you do not want to cross," said Gyuki. "Troublesome," said Shikamaru face-bombed. "Oh great, so let add a God Slayer on your shitty mistake too, Kakashi," said Anko, making Kakashi looks down. "Wow, a God Slayer. How am I supposed to top that?" asked Kiba. Sasuke just clenched his fist in both anger and fear. Anger for Naruto has power he craved for, and fear that he could easily kill him anytime. Sakura just looks at Naruto with fear as she remembers before. If she angers him, then she might get herself killed and there's nothing she can do. "Okay, I guess forcing him to join is a no-go, huh? Said, of course, it is Reikage. Said Anoki. Are you kidding me? So we fighting a god slayer all this time? Asked Tayuya. God damn it, I can't move. Said Sakan. You already want to run? I still want to play with you. Said Alice as she gets closer to Sakan. Waha. God damn it, I can't move at all. Said Yukon. So you are a 2-in-1, huh? That's good. That mean if I break one of you, you are still alive. Said Alice happy. No. Get me out of here. Said Yukon desperate. Too late. Said Alice as she touches Sakan's forehead and cracks starts to appear where her finger touch as it starts to spread out slowly. Sakan and Yukon scream loudly as the pain slowly eating their body. Orochimaru see that starts to panic as he tried to run, but Naruto uses binding claw slash at Orochimaru, making him freeze. Naruto then said, now. You are not getting away that easy. Wait, I can provide you many things. Said Orochimaru. You know what, it's too boring to kill you after all. Said Naruto, making Orochimaru sigh in relief, but Naruto next word make his face drain of color. How about I take away all your ambition then? Naruto then put his hand on his head as Orochimaru memories start to disappear. Naruto then removed his hand and said, I have taken away all of your fruit research. You'll no longer be able to experiment on anyone anymore. And a last gift. Naruto then uses Mamuto on Orochimaru both arms. Orochimaru arms start to turn black then break down to ash. Orochimaru screamed loudly at that as Naruto said, I have put a curse on your arm. Even if you stick another in, that arms will be reduced to ash immediately as well. Hiruzen looks shocked at that. Naruto then just walk away and said, he's all your old man. Alright? Said Hiruzen as he commands the ANBU to get Orochimaru. He then said, Naruto? Can you call your daughter back? I need his elite guard for information. As you can see, I don't think Orochimaru is fit for answering some question. Hiruzen motions him to Orochimaru as he looks like he had gone through the worst nightmare. Naruto then snicker at that and said, Alice, you can come back now. Alice was just about 1 millimeter away from a scared Tayuya as she looks back to Naruto and said, okay, father, as she skipped toward him. Naruto pat her on the head and said, okay, how about we get something to eat then? Alice nodded, but then, hold up. You never told me why are you here? And I don't feel like talking. Is that enough? Asked Naruto, not looking back. The atmosphere starts to get tense as Naruto said, no need to worry. If I want to kill you, then you won't be able to stand there anymore. Now could you get the dead one back to where they belong? You don't want to have a talk with your parent? Asked Shinigami. I know more than enough, said Naruto. As he was about to leave, Kushena calls out, Sochi, making Naruto stop mid-step. Naruto just stopped there and said, can you be quick? I want to have lunch with Alice. Said Naruto. I'm sorry for putting this burden on you, said Kushena. Is that all? Asked Naruto. Naruto, Hiruzen told me that you'll resign after this. Is it true? Asked Minato. So? Asked Naruto. Do you truly wish that? Asked Minato. Yes, said Naruto. Then I guess I can't talk you out of this. It was my fault for entrusting you to Konoha after all, said Minato, looking down sad. At least you understand that, said Naruto. Just be careful in the future, Naruto, said Minato, smiling. Naruto just smirked and said, no need to worry, Dad. As he walks away, Minato looks at Naruto and smiled. Kushena then said, is it okay, Minato? It's his choice, Kushena. I'm sure he will be happier outside of Konoha, said Minato. You're right. Our son is a god slayer after all. He won't be beat easily, said Kushena, pumping her fist. Minato turns to the Shinigami and said, Shinigami-sama, we're ready. Very well. Then follow me, said Shinigami as he opens the portal. Minato was about to walk inside, then he turns to Hiruzen and said, Hiruzen, I have to warn you, if the village try to make things hard for Naruto, don't expect me or Kushena to help you if any of you tried Edo Tensei. Minato, you can't. Shut up. I'll deal with you about the throwing him off the cliff in the future, Jiraiya. You better be prepared," said Kushina, angrily cut off Jiraiya. Jiraiya turns to Hiruzen but could only receive, "You're on your own, Jiraiya." "So you're done, huh, Naruto?" asked a voice, making everyone turns to the source. The source is from a girl who is about the Genin's age, as she had a dark pink short hair and wearing a general coat with a hat. Think of it as the uniform that the Admiral wear, but the design is the SSS. The other with her is a girl who looks like an angel. The onlookers look confused at the newcomers, then Alice said, "Ah, Yuri Kazan. Kanade Kazan. A Kazan? So that mean?" said Kushina, looking at the two girls. Naruto looks shocked at that, then Kanade said, "We're back, Naruto." Naruto then dashes to them and hugged them. He then said, "I never though I'll be meeting you two so soon." "You're late," said Yuri. "Sorry," said Naruto, laughing. "Ma, at least you still remember to look for us," said Yuri. "Naruto here," said Kanade, handling him a coat. "Ah, thanks, Kanade. I'm waiting for this," said Naruto as he put on his new coat. Think of it like samurai coat with SSS design. "So these two are the one," said Hiruzen, looks at screen. It was then a civilian said, "Kill those demon lovers." Then Kushina immediately dashed to said civilian and crushed their head with her bare hand. She looks at the surrounding with hair floating and said, "Anyone else?" The civilians keep quiet at that as they look at Kushina in fear. Minato turns to Hiruzen and said, "Hiruzen, if you don't control the villagers, I'll rose up from my grave and go Hiration on them." "Hokage be damned. Don't worry, I will, even if I have to execute some of them," said Hiruzen, looks at the stand angry. Jiraiya then said, "But sensei, those girls will take him away. It's his choice. You want him not to? Do it yourself, but don't blame me if he throws you to the Kyuubi," said Hiruzen. "Come on, you two. I'll show you the place to it," said Naruto as he leads the girls away. Hiruzen could only sigh as he orders the ninjas to clean up the battlefield. After a few days later, Naruto showed them many places, as also his house as well. Yuri was restrained by Kanade after seeing Naruto home. She was just about a second away from summon her demons to rampaging Konoha when she sees it. Right now at the council they are now at shouting match. Then Koharu said, "What do you mean by let him be, Hiruzen? He's the village Jinchuriki. He can't just quit. And I will. He is a genin, thus by law, he can quit anytime," said Hiruzen, massaging his temple. "But he's a chunin now," said Hamura. "Before he asked resign, he's still a genin, so he allows to. Remember, he said after chunin exam, regardless of the result, that mean he refuses to be chunin and thus he's still a genin and he can resign," said Hiruzen as he starts to lose patience. "We refuse to let him resign," said Koharu. "He resigns and that's final. I won't let you all anger him so he can summon Kyuubi out and destroy it," said Hiruzen. "If he let the Kyuubi out, then why don't we try the jutsu Minato did?" asked Danzo. "That would have worked if not for Naruto. God Slayer, remember?" asked Hiruzen. "Then how about we target those girls?" asked Hamura. "You are not getting even 1 meter near them. If you tried something, you can forget about tasking me or any shinobis to help you to fight off an enraged God Slayer," shout Hiruzen, releasing his ki. "But Hiruzen." "No but, do I make myself clear?" asked Hiruzen, looks around with a look that said, "Obey me or I'll rip off your dick and feed you it." The council could only begrudging agree. Then Hiruzen said, "And Danzo, I already know about your little group. If you try anything, I will break you down and hand you over to him." Danzo cursed Hiruzen for figuring that out. But he had to find a way as he walks out of the council hall along with unsatisfied councilmen. At the village, Naruto, Kanade, and Yuri are now going to the Ichiraku. Many villagers seeing Naruto with hate, but they won't dare rise their hand against them because they afraid that Naruto might feed them to the Kyuubi. A drunk man passes by and said, "Oh, looky here. It's the demon and his whores." Bang. Naruto aims his gun and blasts the idiot head off, making the head splatter as he lies down with blood leaking out. The villagers look scared at that as they look away and walk faster. The ANBU could only sigh as they clean up the mess for the 20 times in just 4 days. Even though the Hokage had warned them, but it seems fell on to deaf ear. They then arrived at Ichiraku and said, "I am Ne." The usual please. "Okay, Naruto. You 3 sit down while I take your order," said I am. Naruto and the 2 sit down as they talk. "So Yuri, you're the head of SSS Corporation?" said Naruto. "Did you really think I will just sitting around and wait for you? I built the company and then find our members back. The other is no problem, but Kanade is the hardest," said Yuri. "RIC," said Naruto. "Sorry for the trouble, Yuri," said Kanade. "No need to worry. I just glad we are back together," said Yuri as she leans on Naruto left, while Kanade just smile and nodded as she leans on Naruto right. Naruto smiled at that, but then his face turned sour. Yuri then said, "What's wrong?" "The king of Emo is walking here," said Naruto. And true to his word, Sasuke along with Sakura and Kakashi are walking to Naruto. Sasuke then said, "Oi loser, what do you think you're doing wasting time here? Time to make me strong. Like I said before, I have no interest in any of you at all," said Naruto. "Naruto please reconsiders about resigning," said Kakashi. "Forget it. You don't care about me before? Why would I care about what you want, huh?" asked Naruto. "Then hand me your power. A quitter like you don't need it," said Sasuke. "Huh? And why would I? Work for your own power," said Naruto. "Naruto baka, you dare?" Bang. Sakura was interrupted by a gunshot scratch her cheek from Yuri. "Be careful what you said if you don't want to lose your head," said Yuri as her eye gleaming over her shoulder guard with her gun in her hand still smoking. "You dare?" said Sakura angry, holding her cheek. "And who do you think you are to ask me that?" asked Yuri amusing. Now, we came here in peace," said Kakashi. "Your intention is not like you said," said Kanade. "Well, you're here to take Naruto away from his home after all," said Kakashi. "And why are you calling it my home?" asked Naruto. "Naruto, your parent is with Konoha." "Surely. That's funny. I don't remember hearing the fourth said anything like that," said Naruto cut off Kakashi. "Naruto, you have to think through. Konoha is your home," said Kakashi. It was then large amount of Ki burst out scaring everyone. Sakura peed herself while Sasuke and Kakashi starts to feel sick. Naruto then said, "Watch your word Hitaki before you make me lose the little patience I have left." It was then the Hiruzen appeared and said, "Kakashi, I believe I told you not to get near Naruto for even a meter. But Hokage-sama, these girls are trying to take Naruto away," said Kakashi. "Are you sure it not just you chase him away before, and now you want him back when you know him as your sensei-son?" asked Hiruzen looks at Kakashi. "Humph, figure as much," said Naruto. "Or is it because Naruto got stronger without your help, huh, Kakashi?" asked Hiruzen. Kakashi just looks away with that. Hiruzen then said, "I see. Since you disobeyed my order, I'm now forced to do this. Kakashi, you're to be demoted to Chunin. Your team will be disbanded immediately. I won't have a ninja who ego are as large as the Hokage mountain and a fangirl building that ego higher in my ninja force. That incident at Chunin exam already make me learn my lesson that I have been go too easy on this generation of genin. From now on, if any teams have this problem, they will have 1 week to fix it or they will be disbanded." Sasuke looks shocked and said, "What? You can't do that. I need power to avenge my clan." "Too bad, boy. I am the Hokage so I can," said Hiruzen challenging him. "Ha ha 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 ha. Took you long enough," said Naruto laughing. "This is all your fault," said Sakura. Tried to punch him, but Yuri already aimed and shot her shoulder, making her fall down screaming. "Do you really want to be killed that much?" asked Yuri. "Genin Sakura? Or should I say civilian Sakura? If you're intent to hurt another civilian, I have no choice to charge you," said Hiruzen. Sakura stopped on her track as she retreated back. Hiruzen turns to Naruto and said, "Naruto, could you and your girlfriends go to the Hokage office? I would like to discuss with you about something." Naruto raised his eyebrow at that, then he said, "Wait until I'm done with the ramen first, old man." Hiruzen smiled at that and said, That's okay, my boy. I was thinking about enjoying some ramen as well, as he sits down. Hokage-sama. What would you like? Asked Tucci. The usual, please, Tucci, said Hiruzen as Tucci starts to preparing. I carried out a tray and said, Here you go, you three, enjoy. I'm waiting for this, said Naruto as he and the girls dig in. Hiruzen smiled at that and looks at behind him and said, Well, what are you waiting for? Get out of here and don't bother Naruto and his friends again. Kakashi head dropped down as he dragged both Sasuke and Sakura as he dropped them at the academy, much to the protest of the two. After that, Naruto, Kanade, Yuri, and Hiruzen go to the office. Naruto goes inside seeing the pervert and said, What is he doing here? Hiruzen could only sighed and said, He's related to what I'm about to told you, Naruto. Naruto looks confused at that. He looks at the Hokage behind his desk and said, Okay, so what do you want, old man? It's about your resignation, Naruto, said Hiruzen. If you thinking about abort it, then I'll leave with them by ourselves, said Naruto motions to the girls. Naruto, please reconsider, said Jiraiya. I have nothing to reconsider at all. So old man, can you tell me quick to shut this pervert up? Said Naruto, points at Jiraiya. No, you two. I have no intention to abort Naruto resignation, said Hiruzen, shocking Jiraiya as he continues. But before resigned, I want you to help me with a favor. A favor? I did help you capture the most dangerous villain for you, and you still want more? Asked Naruto. I thank you for that, Naruto, but the truth is I'm no longer fit to lead Konoha anymore, said Hiruzen. Huh? What do you mean by that? And if those council try anything, they will become Alice new toys, said Naruto. Hiruzen and Jiraiya shiver at the name of that little girl. Hiruzen then said, No, it's not like that, Naruto. As you can see, I'm too old now and I need a successor. Okay, so what does it have to do with me? Asked Naruto. I see. You either want Naruto to success you or your new successor is related to Naruto somehow. Am I right? Asked Yuri as she crosses her arm. That's right, Miss Yuri. I'm surprised at your insight, said Hiruzen. I can't lead a corporation if I don't have something like that, said Yuri. But since Naruto doesn't want that position, that mean you want Naruto to look for your successor, right? Asked Kanade. Yes, Miss Kanade. It's just like you said Hiruzen. So why is he here? Asked Naruto, jerk his thumb to Jiraiya. It's because I want you and Jiraiya to go and find her, said Hiruzen meekly. I'm sorry, it seems I have something in my ear. Could you repeat that again? Asked Naruto. Look, Naruto, I know you don't like Jiraiya and all, but I assure you, if you cooperate with Jiraiya to find my successor back, then I won't ask you for anything else, said Hiruzen. Why do I have to? What use is this pervert? Asked Naruto. Brat, I have a spy network that will help track down Tsunade, said Jiraiya. If the only good for this guy is the spy network, then I can do better, said Yuri. What do you mean by that? Asked Hiruzen. How do you think I know Naruto is here? I have my own spy network and my relay information faster than you. Just give me the detail about her and I'll have the location right away, said Yuri, bring out her phone. What is that? Asked Jiraiya. Something to help me get information, that's all. So Hokage, can you tell me about your successor? Asked Yuri. Well, her name is Tsunade Senju. She is about 50 but her apparent is still at her young. She also travels with a black hair assistant named Shizune with her pet pig as well, said Hiruzen. Okay, said Yuri as she calls in her phone and relay the info. She then turns off the phone and said, Found her. She is at Tanzaku Gai. That fast? Asked Hiruzen, surprised. My is not old-fashioned style at all, Hokage, said Yuri, smirking as she shadows her eye in her hat. I guess so, huh? Asked Hiruzen, laughing lightly. But sensei, we won't be sure if it's true or not, said Jiraiya. Then go ahead and check your spy network. Don't blame me if she already leaves by the time you received the info, said Yuri, smirking. For now, how about you three pack first? After this you can leave Konoha immediately, said Hiruzen. The three nodded as they go back to Naruto home. Jiraiya then said, Sensei, are you willing to let Naruto leave just like that? This is your fault, Jiraiya, so don't blame me. As much as I want him to stay here and success me, I rather not upset him anymore, said Hiruzen. Jiraiya unable to make any comeback as he low his head down. Hiruzen continues, what are you standing around here for? Check your spy network, Jiraiya. Do you want to lose Tsunade? Jiraiya then hurry check his spy as Hiruzen massage his temple and sighed. Meanwhile, Naruto, Kanade and Yuri on the way. They then make a turn to a place where no one present. Naruto then said, Oi, come out. I know you're there. I see. You truly as sharp as I think, Naruto, said a voice as two figures what black cloak and red cloud jumped down from the hiding. Naruto then said, so what's the occasion, Itachi? I don't think you're here for sightseeing. Not to mention go with someone like Kisame Hashigaki, said Yuri looks at the other. I see my reputation is well known for a little girl like you to know me, said Kisame laughing. Regardless, Naruto, we are here for the Kyuubi. Summon it and give it to us, said Itachi. Why are you sound like you can beat us easily? Asked Naruto confused. Maybe because we can brat. Now how about? Bang. Yuri shot past Kisame cheek and said, don't be a party popper like that. How about getting to know each other in a few rounds first? Asked Yuri. Itachi looked like fighting is the only option now. What will we do? Asked Kisame smashing his sword down. It seems like we won't be walk out of this without a fight. Just try not to overdo it, said Itachi. Understood, said Kisame as Kisame moves first to slash them, but Kanade intercepted him with her hand Sonic version 1. Oi girly, fighting with a churka blade is a bad idea, said Kisame laughing, but then he finds out that the blade is not getting weaker at all. He then said, huh, that's weird. Why Samahata didn't absorb it? Worry about your surrounding first, said Yuri as she loading ice magazine and uses myriad arrow to shoot Kisame and Itachi, making them jump back. Naruto then intercept Itachi and said, your opponent is me, Itachi, said Naruto as he uses Damascus Claw, slash him multiple times. Itachi managed to dodge, but some nick him as he jumps back and said, impressive, Naruto-kun. No wonder you can beat Orochimaru. But we need the Kyuubi for world peace, so surrender now. Oh, so you use power for peace. That's hypocritic of you, Itachi. Considering who is in your organization, I'm not surprised, said Naruto. Itachi surprises at that and said, how did you know? That pervert is not the only one with the spy network, said Naruto smirking as he uses shock to strike down multiple lighting. Itachi dodged them thanks to his Sharingan, but then give Naruto an opening for floral gust punch. Itachi with wind make him sailing. Itachi, said Kisame seeing the fight. Worry about yourself first, said Kanade as she starts to faster as she becomes nothing as a blur, giving Kisame multiple slash. Kisame jumped to the lake as he starts to make hand signs for water shark bomb, but Yuri cut off his jutsu by using glacial blast, freezing the entire lake. Kisame, distracted by that, not seeing Yuri, shot his hands with Tathnum shot, making him drop the sword as Kanade sever both of Kisame arms in the flash. Meanwhile at Itachi, he plans for this one shot as he uses Tsukuyomi on Naruto. Naruto then found himself in a space with red sky as he tied to a cross. Itachi then said, it's over, Naruto. I can completely control time, space, and even all substance. For the next 72 hours. Ha 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 ha, was a laughing voice from Naruto. Itachi felt some uneasiness with that laugh, then Naruto said, that's where you're wrong, Itachi. It's not me trap in here with you. It's you who trapped here with me. Then in instance, the space cracked and broken down to reveal a wasteland. Naruto then said, oh dear me, did I say, trapped here with me? My mistake. What I meant is you're trapped here with me. And them. As soon as Naruto said that, multiple beings that in Naruto Gauntlet start to appeared. Kurama then said, hello Uchiha. I have been waiting to have you right where you are now. Kakik, it's been a long time I have tasted a human, said Strix. I call a dib on his bone, said Cerberus. Many demons start to march to Itachi. Itachi tried to dispel it, but it didn't work. Naruto then said a sentence that would haunt his nightmare. Was what that you said? Alright, in 72 hours you will be teared apart by them over and over again. Have fun. As Naruto disappeared as the demons leap to Itachi. In few seconds in the real world, Itachi screams out as he clutches his right eye as he looks at Naruto as he wonders just what kind of being is in front of him. Naruto then walks to him with his sword draw and said, "It's over, Itachi. Don't worry. I'll tell the duck, but that I have fun beheading you." Itachi then spots Kisame also about to be killed as he summons the last of his strength to call out Susanoo. Naruto jumps back, raises his eyebrow at that as Itachi leaps at Kisame and swung his sword separate Yuri and Kanade from Kisame as he grabs him and run as fast as he can. Naruto and the girls tried to give chase, but Itachi uses Amaterasu smokescreen them. Yuri could easily take down the flame with glacial breath, but Itachi and Kisame are nowhere in sight. Naruto then said, "Gotta admit, he sure know how to run." It was then Anbu along with Asuma, Kurinai, Guy, Kakashi, Hiruzen and Jiraiya arrived. Hiruzen then asked, "Naruto-kun, where are they?" "About time you're here. So I take it you know them?" asked Naruto. "Yes, Jiraiya informed me about them, thus I ordered him to teach you at the exam final break," said Hiruzen. "And he did a marvelous job, huh?" asked Naruto mockingly. "Never mind that brat. Where are they?" asked Jiraiya. "Obliviously, of course. They ran away and most likely no longer here anymore," said Yuri. "Damn. So you three take them on and force them to flee?" asked Asuma. "What else are we supposed to do? Let them caught us?" asked Naruto amusingly. "They are an easy opponent," said Kanade, giving a peace sign, making the shinobi sweat drop. "Now if you excuse me and the girls have to go back and pack," said Naruto as they go back to Naruto house. Hiruzen sighed at that and ordered the ninja to clean up the battlefield as many shinobi's no Ketan Jutsu had to defrost the lake. At the forest outside of Konoha, Itachi and Kisame are now resting. Kisame then said, "Are you okay, Itachi?" Itachi grabs his bleeding eye and said, "As expected. Using Amaterasu, Tsukiyomi and Susanoo is a little much even for me. But it was necessary to escape from Naruto." "What happened back there, Itachi?" asked Kisame. "It seems the God Slayer title truly fit Naruto well. No wonder he can beat 5 Kage's level shinobis by himself," said Itachi. "Not to mention those girls with the brat is no pushover too." "What should we do now?" asked Kisame. "For now, let's us go back and report to leader. I probably can't use my eye for a while," said Itachi as they stand up and fled. Done. Yuri and Kanade versus Kisame. Naruto versus Itachi. Sorry about don't have any picture about Yuri outfit. About Kanade outfit, I think it was about like this. /imgers? Imgirl equals https%3a%2f%.net%. And imgirl equals https%3a%2f%.net. 2f female percent 2b admiral percent 2b percent 2528 kantai percent 2b collection percent 2529 and docid equals kpaicr 3km k underscore 0m and tpnid equals cdnc iux 9ysxtm percent 3a and vet equals 10 iuk huge poen ketohciuiv 7 wk hadiatwq mukb 8 WHW. I and W equals 1000 and H equals 1419 and HL equals N and BIH equals 701 and BIW equals 1366 and Q equals Admiral percent 20 coat percent 20 female percent 20 anime percent 20 costume and VED equals 0 IUK huge poen KETOHCIUIV 7 WK hadiatwqmw. hokage 8 WHW and IACT equals MRC and UACT equals 8. Please leave PM or review. Chapter 6. Chapter 6 Slug Princess. The day later, Naruto and the girls are at the Hokage office. Naruto then said, "What is it, old man?" "My boy. The good news is like you said, Miss Yuri. Tsunade right now is at Tenzaka Guy," said Hiruzen. "So what is the problem?" asked Naruto. The bad news is Orochimaru is nowhere in his cell, said Hiruzen. Huh? I handed you Orochimaru in silver plate and you can't even keep a disabled criminal? Asked Naruto looks at the old man. I'm sorry my boy. Turn out the one who freed him was Kabuto, Orochimaru right-hand man and had been infiltrate Konoha for some times now. It's a good thing that he didn't bother with Orochimaru last bodyguard, said Hiruzen. So why are you tell me this? I'm pretty sure even a normal jonin can catch a man who had no skills in ninjutsu anymore, said Naruto. Because knowing him, he won't accept defeat like this and he most likely will find Tsunade to heal his arms. If he had his arms back, he can, said Hiruzen. I see. So you worried that he might be a threat again, said Kanade. It won't work. I heard what Naruto did to that snake. His arms can be healed by any mean at all. Unlike destroying his arms, Naruto puts a curse on him arms. Even if he managed to reattach, his arms will be breaking down by itself immediately, said Yuri. But this is Tsunade we're talking about. Orochimaru and her combined could bear fruit, said Hiruzen. Then do you want me to kill the both of them? Asked Naruto. Naruto, she is your godmother, said Hiruzen. Even more reasons to put a bullet in her skull. When Naruto suffer in this place, she out there gambling and drinking to her heart content, said Yuri loads her gun. Hiruzen sighed at that then said, just give her a chance Naruto. Please. And if she refused? Asked Naruto. Then you can drag her back by force, said Hiruzen. Okay then, it makes thing easier, said Naruto as he and the girls stand up. Meet Jiraiya at the gate Naruto-kun, said Hiruzen. Huh? Asked Naruto. Look, I know you disliked him for abandoning you when you were small and threw you off the cliff later, but since I know you won't try to diplomat to her, that's why I send Jiraiya with you, said Hiruzen. I have to warn you though, if he either slack off or doing something behind our back, said Yuri as she brought up her gun while Kanade summons her hand Sonic. Don't worry, I already informed him about that, said Hiruzen as he praised Jiraiya don't do something stupid. Then let us go to the gate then you two, said Naruto looking at Yuri and Kanade. At the gate they then meet up to Jiraiya. He then said, took you long enough brat. Yeah. Can we go now? Asked Naruto. What? No ask me to teach you anything, asked Jiraiya. The last time I did that and look what happened? Said Naruto. Come on. Are you ever let it go? Asked Jiraiya whining. Unless you give up on your manhood, no, said Naruto as Yuri already took aim. Jiraiya shivers at that as he then walks faster. Wise choice, said Kanade. At another path, Orochimaru and Kabuto are going to Tenzaku-gai. Kabuto then hands a bag of pills and said, Orochimaru-sama, I think you should take this. Orochimaru could only looks away and said, be quiet and keep walking Kabuto. After getting my arms treated, I will make that brat pay. My apology. But are you sure she'll agree? Asked Kabuto fixing his glass. She will. As she will never let those two goes, said Orochimaru chuckling. At Tenzaku-gai Casino, Tsunade are playing the slot machine with Shizen accompany her. She hits the slot then hit a jackpot. Shizen said, whoa amazing Tsunade-sama. You hit all the 7. But Tsunade didn't think so as she had a bad feeling. She then stands up and said, we're leaving Shizen. But Tsunade-sama, what about the view? This place has a castle that famous for tourists, said Shizun. Haze. Fine, make it quick, said Tsunade as they walk to the castle. Naruto group are getting near at the gate of Tenzaku. Then Naruto felt something then stopped. Jiraiya looks and said, what's wrong? Naruto then brings his hand to the gauntlet then open the mapper. Jiraiya then said, what's that? Something similar to Yuri, that's all, said Naruto as he looks at the map. Yuri brings out her own phone and did the same. She then said, Tsunade is here. No mistaking it, said Yuri. And she meeting quite an interesting company, said Naruto. Then what are we waiting for? Said Jiraiya. Hurry. Just follow us. said Naruto as he and the girls make a quick start as Jiraiya follow them. At the destroyed castle, Orochimaru then said, Tsunade, I have been looking for you. The truth is I need you for a small favor. Tsunade looks at Orochimaru scanning him. Kabuto then said, Lady Tsunade, I assume you already realized. Go ask someone else. I quit medicine a long time ago, said Tsunade. You saw the wound, right? No one else can heal his arm. Only you, the one who called the Princess of Elixir, one of the 3 great ninja, Princess Tsunade can, said Kabuto. Tsunade looks at his arm and said, What did you do to receive that? Nothing really, just a minor accident when I tried to kill the third, said Orochimaru, shocking Tsunade and Shizune. You did what? Asked Tsunade. Come now, Tsunade. All things eventually come to an end. As do people. Just like the 2 people you loved the most, said Orochimaru, making Tsunade angry. Kabuto looks at Orochimaru and though, You're as cruel as ever, Orochimaru-sama. Yes. Those were such brutal death, said Orochimaru as Shizune instantly sprang in action as she shoots Poison's needle at Orochimaru, but Kabuto deflect them and grab one of them near his face. Stand down, Shizune, said Tsunade. The 2 at the statement then Tsunade said, smiling, Orochimaru, you ought to know what happened when you mocked me, right? Then Tsunade slammed the wall behind her, breaking it down, and glared at Orochimaru, said, I'll kill you if you do. Orochimaru and Kabuto look at the destruction, sweating. Kabuto then said, We did not come here to fight you. We would merely want to strike a deal with you. I told you get lost, said Tsunade. You're the only one who can heal, Orochimaru-sama. We're not asking you for free. Won't you consider our offer? Asked Kabuto. If you don't get lost until I count from 5, I'll erase you, said Tsunade. Please calm down. I don't really think you'll be disappointed, said Kabuto. 5. Kabuto sighed. 4, 3, 2, 1. I can reanimate your beloved little brother and your lover both. I have learned the forbidden jutsu, said Orochimaru. Tsunade looks shocked and then no one make a movement. Orochimaru then said, Seeing we're still here, does that mean we have a deal? Answer me one thing, what will you do after I healed you? Asked Tsunade. I hate lie. So this time I'll destroy Konoha once then for all, said Orochimaru, angry at the last part. Destroy Konoha? Asked Shizune, angry. But before she could say anything, then I guess it's 0, huh? Said Naruto as then dived down in between Tsunade and Orochimaru along with Yuri and Kanade as Jiraiya land down near Tsunade. Tsunade surprised and said, Jiraiya? What are you doing here? Looking for you. It's a good thing we are here on time, said Jiraiya. Naruto looks at Orochimaru and said, I gave you a leeway like that and you still don't give up, huh? And if it isn't Kabuto, you hiding in Orochimaru's shadow for so long that I completely forgot about you, my bad. You damn brat, said Orochimaru, looking with Naruto with such hate, surprising Tsunade and Shizune. Heh, so this is the snake little pet, huh? Asked Yuri as she looks at Kabuto. Watch it, you little brat, said Kabuto. Oh, then why don't you step out of your master's shadow and make me? Asked Yuri mockingly. Kabuto was about to charge, then Orochimaru said, Enough, Kabuto. Tsunade, I'll give you 1 week. Think about it carefully, said Orochimaru, sinks to the ground, then Kabuto shunshin away. Naruto raises his eyebrow and said, Even with his arm like that, he can still run, huh? As he turns back to Tsunade. Tsunade then said, Who are you and how did you able to make Orochimaru so angry? I never seen him looks at someone with such hate. Naruto just smirk at her. Jiraiya then said, I'll explain, Haim. Let's go to the bar first. At the bar, they then start eating. Then Tsunade said, So, out with it, Jiraiya. What is it? I'll be frank. Sensei want you to be the filth Hokage, said Jiraiya. Wow, he's really straight about this, said Yuri, taking a bite. Ignore her, Tsunade. I'm sure you heard what happened, right? Asked Jiraiya. Excuse me, Jiraiya-sama. But though Orochimaru said he injured like that when he killed the third. Asked Shizune. Ha 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 ha. So even that prideful snake has a sense of shame, huh? said Naruto laughing out loud. Who is this and what did he meant by that Jiraiya? Asked Tsunade. He's Naruto Uzumaki and he was the one who put Orochimaru at that state, said Jiraiya, shocking Tsunade and Shizune. Are you pulling my leg, Jiraiya? Asked Tsunade. Well, can't blame you if you don't believe me. Even after seeing his fight with Orochimaru, I still have a hard time believe as well, said Jiraiya, laughing dryly. No matter how we look, Jiraiya-sama, isn't he still a genin? Asked Shizune. Not anymore. After dragging your master ass back, I will resign, said Naruto, shocking Tsunade and Shizune. Tsunade looks at Jiraiya and said, Jiraiya, what happened? A lot of things, Haim. You need to come back to Konoha, Haim. Sensei can't do this forever, said Jiraiya. Tsunade quiet about it. Naruto then said, Are you seriously considering Orochimaru offer? Because if you do, then it's a worse idea. Why? You don't know what's it like to lose someone you love, said Tsunade. Lose someone I love? If that happened, I will take them back from the afterlife myself and no one will stop me, be it man, demon or God, said Naruto, slamming his hand down. Even God? I know you're strong, but… Tsunade, call out your summons and ask them what's a God Slayer, because that's his title, said Jiraiya, cut off Tsunade. Tsunade confused at that, then she summons a smaller Katsuyu. Katsuyu then said, What is your wish, Lady Tsunade? Katsuyu, can you tell me what is a God Slayer? Asked Tsunade. Tsunade-sama, where did you hear that name? Asked Katsuyu, scared. My teammate Jiraiya said that's this boy title, said Tsunade, motion Katsuyu to Naruto. Katsuyu looks at Naruto, then shaking said, I'm sorry, Naruto-sama. She didn't know. Please forgive her. It's okay. Just explain to her, said Naruto. Katsuyu turns to Tsunade, then said, Tsunade-sama, God Slayer is the highest title bestowed to human. In order to receive that title, that person had to slay a god. A god? Then that mean? Said Tsunade as she and Shizune slowly looks up. Yes, Naruto-sama is the youngest God Slayer. I have just been informed few days ago about the newest God Slayer, said Katsuyu. Wait, then why isn't Sensei chose him instead, Jiraiya? Asked Tsunade. Because I refused. I have no desire to stay nor protect that place, said Naruto. The villagers before treated him very badly because of the Kyuubi. I won't surprise that he just summons the Kyuubi and raise it to the ground, said Jiraiya. Wait, summon Kyuubi? He can summons Kyuubi like Madara? Asked Tsunade. No, it's not like Madara at all. Madara uses his Sharingan to control the Kyuubi, while this brat had the Kyuubi willingly follow him, said Jiraiya, points at Naruto. Follow him willingly? Asked Tsunade, looks at Naruto. She then holds her forehead and said, Sorry, but too many surprises. I need to process them first. Then do it. Me and the girls will be walking around outside, said Naruto as he and the girls walk out. Wait, you don't even know where. Oh, said Jiraiya, but stop when Naruto points at his gauntlet. After they walk outside, Tsunade then said, All right, spill, Jiraiya. Just what happened at Konoha? Jiraiya sighed and tell her. At first, Tsunade was prepared to punch him in the face for push Naruto off the cliff, but then Shizune calmed her down and told her to finish hearing first. She and Shizune shocked at the fact that Naruto were able to defeat both Tsunade's grandfather and granduncle with the fourth couple and Orochimaru by himself and walk out unscratched. And then to the part where the Shinigami revealed who he is as well. Tsunade then said, I have to admit, that's a lot that I missed. That's why you need to come back, Tsunade. Sensei is old and no telling what the council will do when Sensei step down and they replace him with their puppet. If they do, then Konoha will be destroyed at the next day, said Jiraiya. Haim. The Jutsu Orochimaru said that reanimate Dan and Nawaki, probably the same one that he used to summon the Hokages and Kushina. I know you're not stupid, Haim. You know what will happen afterward when he summoned them, said Jiraiya, cut her off. Tsunade just looked down at that. As much as she wants to meet them again, she knows Orochimaru is like. Jiraiya then stand up and said, Haim, The reason I'm here it's because I don't want you to make mistake. It's enough for only me to do it. Heck, if I'm not here to diplomat with you, he might probably drag you back by the hair as sensei gave him permission. Jiraiya then puts down the money and said, think about it, Haim. What will the people close to you do and what are they decision? This money will cover for the expense. As he walks out of the bar, Shizen looks at Tsunade-sama and said, Tsunade-sama? Just leave me be, Shizun, said Tsunade tiredly with sadness. Naruto and the girls walk outside as they watch the sky together. They are now lying down to the grass as Yuri said, You okay? I guess, said Naruto raises his hand to the sky. You still think about what that woman's saying? Asked Kanade. I just can't stand her throwing tantrum like a kid at all. She thinks she is the only one no suffering is, said Naruto. She thinks we are just a bunch of brats who know nothing after all. No matter what kind of war we went through, we are still just a brat. Heck, even when I'm starting the company, many rivals think I'm just a little girl and underestimate me, said Yuri. Let me guess. They paid the price? Asked Naruto smirking. Dearly, said Yuri smile back. Kanade lied down on his chest and said, It doesn't matter what she thinks, Naruto. We are here and we know and we will always believe in you. You will save us no matter what, right? Asked Yuri as she also lies down. I will. That's the promise of the lifetime, said Naruto raising his fist up to the star sky. Tsunade nearby when she heard that she couldn't help but sobbing. For leaving him behind at those villagers and disappoint at herself for keep wailing like that. At 1 week later, when Naruto and the girls are sleeping, they then awake by loud knocking on their door. They then get up and Naruto opens the door to see a hurried Shizun. Naruto then said, what's the matter, Shizun-san? It's Tsunade-sama. Last night when I tried to stop her from going to Orochimaru, she knocked me down and then gone from that night, said Shizun. Huh? That pervert. Wasn't he supposed to keep an eye on her? Asked Naruto, scratching his head annoyed. Then Jiraiya go in by the window and said, Sorry for that brat. Look at Jiraiya, Shizun said. Jiraiya-sama? What's wrong? Damn Tsunade. She drugged me. I should have known when she asked me for a drink yesterday. Only she can make an odorless, tasteless drug that can fool me, said Jiraiya. What an idiot, said Naruto sighed as Shizun brings him some water and do an emergency healing. Yuri then said, Can you move now, pervert? It's super pervert. And no, it seems I still not back at 100% yet, said Jiraiya. Haze, Kanade, if you please, said Naruto. Kanade nodded as she uses Posimune, and Jiraiya fatigue is gone. Jiraiya tried to move his body surprise and said, I keep forgot about you, brat. You can use medical jutsu? Asked Shizun surprised. It's not medical jutsu, said Kanade. I'll explain after this. Now let's go. We need to get to Tsunade, said Jiraiya. Naruto and Yuri then open up Mapper and trace Tsunade. They found the result and Naruto said, Found her. Follow me. With Tsunade and Orochimaru. Right now Tsunade is fighting Orochimaru right-hand man Kabuto. At first Kabuto with his chakra scalpel were able to take down Tsunade, but she managed to overturn by making his nerve system go haywire. Tsunade now healing her damaged lung from Kabuto. Meanwhile, Kabuto after figure out how his body work. He then draws out his kunai and spun around facing Tsunade and said, You think this child trick will work at me? Tsunade looked surprised at Kabuto managed to figure out how his body work at short time. Kabuto then charges to Tsunade and said, You afraid of blood, huh? Well then, I'll bathe you with your own blood. Kabuto raises his kunai up prepare for finishing blow, then suddenly he had to jump back as a bullet aim at him. Land down between him and Tsunade is Jiraiya. Shizun who attended to Tsunade immediately, Naruto, Kanade and Yuri holding a smoking gun. Now, how about let us in this as well? Said Yuri smiling. Tsh, so you three are here as well. Snarl Orochimaru. So you turn to this hag after desperate enough? Asked Naruto points at Tsunade. You damned brat. You took a whale of my jutsu and my experiment. Do you have any idea how long is it to have those results? Shout Orochimaru angry. Hey, look on the bright side. How about ditch that and maybe your pedophile might be cured? Said Naruto. Orochimaru and Kabuto look at him uneasy. As much as they want to make him pay, they are no match for him and the girls, not to mention Jiraiya as well. Orochimaru then said, Kabuto, do it? Ah, of course, Orochimaru-sama, said Kabuto as he smears his blood on the tattoo on Orochimaru. Jiraiya saw that as he also smears his blood as well as they shout Kuchios and slam their hand down. Rose up was a snake and Gamaken. Gamaken then said, Jiraiya-sama, what is it that you need me? I need you to take down that snake, said Jiraiya. Very well, but I'm quite clumsy, said Gamaken as he jumps in and smacks the snake. The snake then starts to charge in as well. Meanwhile, with the group at the ground, Naruto turns to Tsunade and said, How long are you going to sulk like that? Tsunade then slowly looked at him. Naruto then said, Your brother and your lover death, so? At least all those times you still have her. As he points at Shizune. She willing to follow you even you're a mess like this. But what did you do? You gambling and drinking to your heart content. Those things can't make your pain disappear, you have to live with it. Focus on the bond you have now. Don't let it waste. Said Naruto. You said it easy. You're a god slayer. You can have whatever you want. Said Tsunade upset. Oh, what? Did you think I gained this power just by sitting around and sulking like you? Do you have any idea how hard my life is? While you're out there drinking and gambling, I have to suffer at. Those asshole hands at Konoha. Teacher don't even bother to teach me. I ask them and they throw me out. I stayed in orphanage for 1 year and then being thrown out to the street. After being a ninja, my Jonin sensei don't even bat an eye on me at all. Traded to the pervert up there, then being pushed down the cliff by him. Suddy Naruto point at Jiraiya. I said I'm sorry already, said Jiraiya. You said I don't know pain about losing someone, but I think don't have someone to lose is more painful than you think, said Naruto as he looks at Yuri and Kanade. He continues, but now, I have them with me to share my pain, joy, sadness, as you have Shizune. Tsunade looks at Shizune, then Naruto said, So what are you going to do now? I bet Orochimaru won't let you or even Shizune off even if you healed his arm. Are you going to let Shizune die? Like your brother and lover? Tsunade looks long and hard, then Kabuto said, Now Tsunade-sama, you honestly can believe what this fool told you, right? You fixed Orochimaru-sama arm, you can reunite with your loved one again. Naruto turns to Kabuto and said, What are you doing here? Weren't you supposed to stay near your master like a good little toy like you are? Tough talk for a dead last, said Kabuto. Oh boy, here we go again. Care to explain why even after I made your master run with his tail between his leg that you still call me that? Asked Naruto. I had done my research. After you came back with that gauntlet, your strength goes leap and bound. So, if I take that away, you're nothing more than a waste of space, said Kabuto adjusting his glass. Naruto, Kanade, and Yuri looked deadpanned at that. Naruto then sighed, then take out his gauntlet and give it to Kanade. Naruto then said, Well, if you so sure, then come at me. Kabuto smirked at that, thinking he had won. He prepares his chakra scalpel and charges at Naruto, strike his leg and arm. Thinking he won, then suddenly he was sent back by a kick on his stomach. Kabuto gasped for breath, then looked at Naruto. Naruto then said, So, where is your research lead to you? Kabuto then charges again with a kunai, then Naruto uses floral gust, sending him flying with his flesh at his stomach being torn by the force. Kabuto struggling to stand up as he wonders why he can't beat Naruto. Naruto then slowly walks to him and said, Only people like you would think like that. I didn't receive power from that gauntlet. I worked hard to reach this level. Naruto then dashes to Kabuto, sending a punch. I bleed. Next is a kick. I sweated. Then Naruto grabs Kabuto by the shirt, then nailed him hard, sending him skip the ground a few times. I crawled back from hell to reach this level. You, your master, and the Uchiha only know to steal from other, so what do you know? At the battle above, Jiraiya and Orochimaru saw that as Jiraiya said smirking, Couldn't said it better than myself. Tisage, he starts to become quite a nuisance. And I can't kill that brat at all. He's too strong. If I can't kill him, then... Orochimaru then dashes at the girls took Jiraiya by surprise. Orochimaru thinking he can win, but that hope was shattered when Kanade speed up, ripped the blade forcefully from Orochimaru's mouth, and giving him multiple cuts and uses Zanma to send him back. Orochimaru panting hard as he struggles to stand up. Naruto laughs at that and said, "Try to kill them?" Kisame thinks they are an easy prey and pay the price. Orochimaru shocked at that. He then signals Kabuto to be here and Kabuto start to swipe blood on his tattoo, making Jiraiya and Tsunade realized what he about to do. The two then start to do the same, and the three Sannin shout out Kuchios. Rose Up was the boss of the three summonses. Gamabunta, Katsuyu and Manda. Naruto then look and smirk. Took her long enough to snap out of it. Gamabunta looks around and said, "Manda and Orochimaru, Katsuyu and Tsunade. Here are some old familiar face. What is this? Some sort of reunion or something, Jiraiya?" "No, you dummy. It's been a long time that I have summoned you. I though about bringing our partnership to another level. By taking Orochimaru down," said Jiraiya. At Orochimaru, Manda said, "Orochimaru, you know better than to summon me into such a mess. Please calm down. Manda-sama, I promise. Be silent. Don't you dare speak to me." Manda cut off Kabuto. Orochimaru, "After this, I want 100 sacrifice for me," said Manda. It was then Naruto laugh out loud at that, making everyone look at him. Naruto was just installing the gauntlet back and said, "Wow, and here I though you couldn't be more pathetic, Orochimaru. You and Kabuto become a servant to this toothless worm." Manda angry snarl and said, "Watch it, brat. I'm the great Manda. Keep your mouth shut or you'll be next." "Sound like a bark from a puppy to me," said Naruto challenging as he was about to summon. Then Yuri said, "Wait, Naruto, how about let me do it? That bastard thinks he can target me and get away with it? Now it's time for me to return the favor." Naruto looks at Yuri and said, "Fine. He's all your..." As he stands back. "Ha, what can you do, little girl?" asked Manda laughing. Yuri stepped forward, ignore Shizen calls, then she raises her hand, said, "Come to serve me. The master of the Lake of Ainu, he who is not to be spoken of in summer." "Ha, are you mental, girl?" asked Manda. But then a familiar aura surged through the field. Raise Up was the famous deity of the snake, the Yamata no Orochi. Gamabunta looks shocked at that and said, "Oi Jiraiya, why am I seeing the Yamata no Orochi in front of me?" I don't know. I though Naruto was the only one who can summon," said Jiraiya. "Why did you do that?" "The Orochi will kill us," said Katsuyu, but Yamata next word shock everyone in the field. Yamata then looked up at Yuri, who was standing on one of its head, and said, "Mistress Yuri, what is your order?" "See that purple snake over there? He's your opponent," said Yuri pointing at Manda. "Just him? Won't the toad and the slug are more than enough?" asked Yamata. "I need to make sure that he engraves his fear on me. Let's see if he dares to attack me again," said Yuri. Direct her ki at Orochimaru. "Understood, mistress," said Yamata looking at Manda. Manda was shaking with fear and said, "Orochimaru, you never said I have to fight the Yamata no Orochi. To think this little girl can command the Yamata no Orochi," said Gamabunta in shock. "You and me both, Bunta," said Jiraiya. "Bufudine," said Yamata as many trees of ice rose up and shatter, freezing Manda. Manda tried to squirm out, but the ice spreading faster and was too strong for him to break out. Yamata slid close to Manda and said, "SSS, which one of you is the one attacked Mistress Yuri?" "It's not me, Orochi-sama. I just got here per my summon order," said Manda, terrifying. "Then that mean poison breath," said Yamata as he releases the poison out, hit Manda, Orochimaru, and Kabuto. Manda starts to squirming and screaming as the poisons start to eat him out as he disperse. Orochimaru and Kabuto jump down at the ground, panting heavily as the poisons start to kill them regardless of their poison-resistant body. Orochimaru scream out as the pain from the curse in his arms and the poison was too much for him. Kabuto then said, "Orochimaru-sama," as he coughed out blood as well. "Retreat, Kabuto. Retreat now." said Orochimaru. Hurry as Yuri stepped down and said, "What's wrong, Orochimaru? Where's your bravo now?" As she reloads her gun, Orochimaru glared hotly at her. As much as he wants to revenge, the priority is Kabuto. "Let's go now." Kabuto nodded as he preparing hand signs, ignoring the pain in his body as they shunshin away. Jiraiya dropped down and said, "Why did you let them get away?" Naruto beats it to him said, "I already helped you capture Orochimaru before. You let him escape, you catch him by yourself. Or you can't even catch a cripple man." As Naruto looks amused, Jiraiya could only sigh at that as he was forced to accept this. Gamabunta then said, "So Jiraiya, is this the kid that signed the contract before?" "Yes, he is Gamabunta," said Jiraiya. "Oh yes, speaking of which, can you cancel my contract?" asked Naruto, making Jiraiya look shocked. "Wait, why?" asked Jiraiya. "Resigned, remember?" asked Naruto. Then he continues, "Or you prefer me to leave with many hunter nin, send into a body bag?" Jiraiya don't know what to say at that at all. Gamabunta then said, "Wait, resigned? What is this, Jiraiya? Ask him about it," said Naruto, thumbs at the pervert. Naruto then said, "Come on Kanade, Yuri. We're done here. Let's go back to the inn." Naruto then walks away with Yuri and Kanade follow him. The other then just look at Naruto as they start to process the event today. Done. A long chapter. It's Yuri's turn to summon in this chapter. Please PM or review. Chapter 7. Chapter 7. Back to Afterlife War Front. In a cave, the Akatsuki gathered at Itachi report. The leader Pain said, "Is it true?" "Yes, Leader-sama. We were unable to capture the Kyuubi," said Itachi. "Forget about capturing him. We were lucky to be able to come back alive," said Kisame. "The brat is that strong?" asked Deidara. "Trust me, Deidara. The God Slayer title fit him quite well. And the girls beside him aren't a pushover too," said Itachi. "You said it, Itachi," said Zetsu pop out of the ground. "You're back, Zetsu. How is the info?" asked Pain. "Quite troublesome. The Kyuubi and those girls met up with Orochimaru, and then that dark pink hair girl summoned out Yamato no Orochi to drove Orochimaru off," said Zetsu. "Wait, the Yamato no Orochi?" said Kisame. I widen. "Yeah, the very same. Orochimaru was hit by the Yamato poison quite hard as he was forced to retreat with his broken pride," said Zetsu. "Oi oi, then isn't this bad? I mean, that aside, won't the Kyuubi would be a bad match to leader? Since he's a god slayer," asked Kisame. Looks at Pain. "It matter not. We will continue with the plan to capture the other Jinchuriki first." "Dismiss," said Pain. "At the Rain Country," Toby said, chuckling. "I guess you have finally found your match, huh, Pain?" "It matter not. Even if he's a god slayer, he won't be able to defeat me," said Pain. "I hope so," said Toby as he disappears. Conan looks at Pain and said, "Are you okay?" "I'm okay. This is just a minor setback. That's all," said Pain. Back at Konoha as the team and Tsunade returned. The villagers look excited to see Princess Tsunade return while looking at Naruto with a fearful look. Naruto just sighed as he wants nothing more than leaving this place. They arrived at the Hokage office as Naruto said, "Mission accomplished, old man. Here's your successor." "Yes, I can see that, my boy," said Hiruzen with sadness as he knew this might be the last time he will see his surrogate grandson. "Now if you excuse me, I and the girls will go back to pack," said Naruto. "So, you really are leaving?" asked Tsunade. "I think you already know that," said Naruto, not looking bad. "Can I expect your visit sometime soon?" asked Tsunade. "Maybe, but don't bet on it," said Naruto as he and the girls leave. Tsunade just sighed at that. She then turns to Hiruzen then said, "Feeling regret, sensei?" "Yeah, I had hoped maybe seeing you will change his mind. But it seems that's just wishful thinking," said Hiruzen. "I heard the story already, sensei. I guess I need to put a tight leash on those council, right?" asked Tsunade. "Yes, please do so, Tsunade," said Hiruzen. Naruto walks back to his house as he said, "So Yuri, when will our ride be here?" "We go back to pack," and our ride will be here immediately, said Yuri. But after they are at Naruto home, Anbu squat already there waiting for him. Naruto then said, "Can you move out of the way?" Naruto Uzumaki, "You will come with us to our leader," said an Anbu. "If I refuse?" asked Naruto uncaring. "Then we will take you by force," said the leader as they charge in. Well, they would if a loud shot didn't ring out as they were dropped down like flies. Naruto then hold to the still-breathing leader as he said, "Let's go and pack. After that, I need to drop by the council for a second." The girls nodded as Naruto then disappear along with his escort. At the council, Tsunade right now having a shouting match with the council. "How many times do I have to tell you? By law, if Genin Uzumaki wishes to resign, then he is free to do so," said Tsunade. "You can't be serious, Tsunade. Not only he's a Jinchuriki but he's also a godslayer as well. Do you really wish to have someone like that leave Konoha?" said Koharu. "Weren't you people always supporting the Uchiha before and never give a damn about Naruto? So why don't you just continue to go back kissing his feet instead of obstructing Naruto when he wants to get out of your way, huh?" said Tsunade. "Tsunade, be reasonable. The moment he leaves Konoha, various force will try to recruit him, and that's including our enemies as well. We have to keep him here," said Hamura. "And what? Did you really expect him to stay here obediently? Do you even know who you are all dealing with? This isn't the boy you always bullying anymore. This is a godslayer who could easily reduce this village to a wasteland if you all so much raises his ire. So get yourself out of that high horse because you are no longer have the power to demand anything from him anymore," said Tsunade. But Tsuna-slam. The door of the council room burst open as Naruto walking in and then throwing the body of the leader of the Anbu squat from before. "Care to explain why do I have these idiots in front of my apartment and blocking my way?" asked Naruto pointing at the Anbu. "Be quiet, brat. You can't walk in here without our permission. Guard." Bang! The fat civilian got bullet go through his forehead as he lied down to the table as blood seeping out of the hole. "Now can anyone explain to me before I decided to pry open your head for an answer? And trust me, my method is quite messy," said Naruto still holding his smoking gun. "Guard! Seize him!" shout out another council member as Anbu surrounding him only for him to whisper panic voice as the Anbu suddenly clutching their head screaming. The Anbu then drop down lifeless as their scream getting smaller. Tsunade checks on them only to see their heart forcefully stopped. Like something spooked them to the point that forcing their heart to stop. "Why you d-bang." The councilman then suddenly dropped dead with a hole on his forehead as well. "Do I really have to get the info out of you my way? Unless you don't want this room to be painted in red, then I suggest you start talking," said Naruto leaking ki out. The whole room was silent as no one dares to raise their voice like the previous two. Until Tsunade said, "Danzo, you dare." One look as Tsunade immediately recognized the Anbu body. The Anbu belonged to Root, an organization that should have been disbanded. But apparently it didn't at all. "I did what is necessary," said Danzo. "Necessary? More like killing us all is more like it," said Tsunade marches to Danzo. "Root, to me," said Danzo, but he only received quietness. "Yuri and Kanade. Seriously? These guys are the best of the best? Noda can even do better than them, and that's saying something," said Yuri as she's sitting on a pile of Anbu bodies twirling her gun. "They are weaker than I thought," said Kanade as one foot put on the pile of the bodies as she looks at them. Back to the hall. "What's wrong, Danzo? Can't contact with your little army?" asked Naruto mocking. Danzo looks at Naruto angry as he starts to unseal his right arm to reveal a wooden arm emplated with many Sharingan eyes. "Danzo, what have you done?" asked Tsunade disgusted while the council look horrified. "To think you have fallen this low," said Hiruzen saddened with a pained look. "Huh. So I take it this is your secret weapon?" asked Naruto snickering. "You won't be laughing long now, demon. You and your army will now obey me," said Danzo using the arm to make Naruto bow down to him. Unfortunately, Danzo can only see Naruto yawning as he looked bored. "Obey me. I command you to obey me," said Danzo tried harder, making him look silly. Naruto could only chuckle and shake his head as he said, "Are you done?" "Why? Why didn't it work?" asked Danzo shocked. "You want to know why? Because I'm just too strong for you. That's why," said Naruto, leaped at Danzo, cleaving the wooden arm off. It was so fast that Danzo took a few seconds to register the pain as he held his bloody side scream out. "Why? Why won't Izanagi work?" asked Danzo confused. "Izanagi? What is that?" asked Naruto. "Naruto-kun, Izanagi is a forbidden jutsu of the Uchiha clan. In exchange for their sight, the Uchiha can alter the reality itself like an illusion," said Hiruzen. "Oh, so it's like controlling your fate, destiny alike?" asked Naruto, surprised at that. Yeah," said Hiruzen, surprised at the fact Naruto accepted it so easily. "Sensei, I get that you're surprised. But remember that the one in front of us is someone who had slain God. To him, something like altering fate was like yesterday news for him," said Tsunade. "Ah yes, I'm starting to see that," said Hiruzen's sweat drops. "Actually, you said you can control fate with those monkey marbles? How about I show you how to control fate?" said Naruto, smirking as he tapping his gauntlet as emerge out was a golden clock with a woman sitting on top of it. "Ah, Master Naruto, what is your wish?" asked Norn. "Norn, end his life," said Naruto, points at Danzo. Norn looks at Danzo, then said, "Are you sure, my lord? Since he won't live through the next 2 years at most." Danzo looked angry at that, as this woman just decided that he can't live past 2 years, while the others just look closely, especially Hiruzen and Tsunade. "The fool thinks he can control my fate with some monkey marble. I think it's time to show him just how pitiful is that," said Naruto. "Ho? So he intends to control your fate with such pitiful attempted like that?" asked Norn, looks at Danzo and then looks at the wooden arm at the floor that starts to go berserk. "Oh no," said Hiruzen, starts to realize. "This is bad. My grandfather's cells start to go on a rampage," said Tsunade, prepares for the worst. "Say, Norn, how about a demonstration at that thing?" asked Naruto, points at the wooden arm. "Of course, my lord," said Norn as she points at the wooden hand and the clock under her start spinning. The onlookers start to wonder what's going to happen. Then something unbelievable happened right in front of their eyes. The wooden arm, which contained Shodame Hokage cells, was in the middle of rampaging. Then it suddenly stops moving and then shaking. The wooden arm then starts to dry up as the eyes on it start to bleed more and more. The arm then gives out on last struggle as it fell down limp. The eyes that bleed out suddenly pop one by one, and after the last one pop, the arm then broke down to dust as it was scattered by the wind. "Well, everyone, hope you enjoy the demonstration, because the real show is about to start," said Naruto, smirking. Danzo then starts shaking in fear as he tried to run, but Naruto shot both of his legs, making him unable to run. "Do it," said Naruto. Norn nodded as she then points at Danzo as the clock is once again ticking. Danzo tried to crawl away, but it was no use as his body starts to grow older and older until his flesh and blood reduced to nothing but bones. The onlookers could only look terrified as no word escaped their mouth. Especially the civilian council, they afraid at the thought of Naruto. Order that thing to do the exact same thing it did to Danzo. Naruto then turns to the council as he said, "Now, is there any objection to my resignation?" Silent echo through the room as Naruto said, "Glad we could understand each other." Naruto then recalls Norn as he then walks out of the council room smiling. After Naruto left the room completely, Hiruzen and Tsunade released their breath as they unknowingly holding it. "There. Now you see what happened?" Danzo crossed with him and he paid the price. "Do all of you want the same thing to happen to you?" asked Tsunade, challenging. The civilian did a smart thing for once as they're shaking their head rapidly. The clan head just look at what left of Danzo as a reminder of themselves that never provoke Naruto, ever. "Naruto. Oh, our ride is here, huh?" asked Naruto, looking up to see a large blimp airship that has the SSS symbol on it as it is hovering right above Konoha. "Took you long enough," So how did it go? Asked Yuri. Don't worry. I have already made sure to tell them what happened if they tried the stunt like today again, said Naruto. Our luggage is already on board. Shall we get going? Asked Yuri. Yeah, let's go, said Naruto, after Kanade and Yuri climbed up. Or more like jump up with magic, as it was Naruto's turn then. Wait! Naruto then turns to the voice to see Hiruzen and Tsunade run toward him along with others. Ayam then walks up first and said, Are you really leaving, Naruto? Yeah. Sorry about that, Ayam-ne. Maybe I could visit you and old man Tuchi for ramen someday, said Naruto. I see. So this is your choice, Naruto? Asked Ayam. Yeah, said Naruto. Well, I guess I can only say take care of yourself, okay? We will always ready for your order, Naruto-kun, said Ayam. Thanks, Ayam-ne, said Naruto smiling. Naruto, said Jiraiya, step up. Haze, what do you want? Asked Naruto. Can I ask you to stay? I'm sorry for being a bad godfather, said Jiraiya. No, and I don't care. To me, you are nothing more than a stranger who pushed me off the cliff, said Naruto. You have to rub salt in the wound, don't you? Asked Jiraiya, scratching his head, but he then brought out a scroll and threw it at Naruto. Naruto caught it and said, What's this? I figure since this is the last time that I might see you, so I give you a scroll containing a certain jutsu belong to your father. I won't ask you for forgiveness, but you could at least take it. After that, you can throw it away or do whatever you want with it, said Jiraiya. Don't tell me in that scroll was, said Tsunade knowingly. It's his birthright. I have no right to keep it from him, said Jiraiya, shrugged. Well, as for me, said Hiruzen as he holding a scroll as he gives it to Naruto. Inside this is all you need to know about the Uzumaki clan. I planned to give it to you once you became Chunin, but hey, Godslayer counted right. Naruto chuckled at that as he took the scroll. Next is Tsunade as she walks toward Naruto and said, About me, well, I don't have fancy clan legacy nor cool jutsu for you, so I could only settle with this. Tsunade took out her necklace as she puts it on Naruto's hand as she finished. Be careful, brat. Yeah, old hag, said Naruto, took the necklace. This brat, said Tsunade with her fist up but smiling while shaking her head. Big brother, said Konohamaru as he and his friends run toward him. Konohamaru, said Naruto. Big brother, are you really gonna leave? What about Hokage? Asked Konohamaru as he and his two friends are in tear. Yeah. Sorry about that, Konohamaru. It's just that I got a new family now. You should be able to understand that just how wonderful family is, said Naruto, smiling sadly. But if you are not here, then what are we going to do? Asked Konohamaru. What you always do. Train to become a good Hokage. Look on the bright side, with the old man is now retired, he can teach you how to be a Hokage.